Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to start off here on the new Orchis raids being launched from my alliance. We have not done this yet, so this is going to be the first time. But yeah, we're going to be starting things here with the Mutant section and working our way. As you can see, I'm on the left side here. The other side has to start from there as well, so we basically meet in the middle. I've only heard good things about the Mutant section, so we'll be covering that. The good news here is that obviously, you get to have the synergies here of the full X-TREME X-Men team, but Old Man Logan is still the go-to character here, even despite the fact that X-TREME is actually going to be getting the bonus passives here, as we've seen with the new setup of these Orchis raids. So thankfully, Old Man Logan, just the number of debuffs that he can place on the enemy, the control he has, you know, it's great that we're going to be finally getting some still really good staying value with them. So I don't expect to be too crazy. As you can see, these enemies have really low HP pools, and keep in mind this is difficulty 0. It's gonna get more interesting as it ramps up, but yeah, if you guys have, like myself, gear tier 17, gear tier 18 X-TREME X-Men with Old Man Logan, you're probably just gonna walk through this as well. So you can see these character levels are not even for something for us to worry about just yet. It's gonna be the Mystic and Tech sections that I will be interested in. But yeah, we're just gonna go through it here. You can see we're just basically one-shotting, two-shotting a lot of these characters. Old Man Logan making sure work. And remember, these X-TREME X-Men team members, they also get a lot of passive bonuses from these new setups. So you can see, just wow, look at that! Not even a minute, just completely plowing through this first node. So absolute joke. I think the only character that's not gear tier 18 actually is my Sunspot. Everybody else is G18 on my X-TREME X-Men, and then actually Old Man Logan is very close to gear tier 19. So super smooth. I probably will sim this next time, seeing how simple it is, but just for you guys to see the gameplay footage as we ramp up in difficulty, I will definitely make more content. But I think yeah, we'll see how much harder it gets. You can see it's just this team is going to be very hard to beat in the future. And the good news is at least it's a new kind of raid, so I like how the fact that they didn't really change too much here, which is great to see. Let me know if you guys are trying Cyclops. I'm sure he's going to be good because of the passives, but it's just hard to ignore the control and the value that Old Man Logan brings, especially with many folks bringing him up. And I can see this node being interesting because we are up against Black Cat and Cabal, so definitely focus on those key characters in this one. But once again, we're going to be using Old Man Logan here. The trauma, the debuffs that he's placing on this team, and you can see they're just falling. They're falling off here, which is astronomical, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see right here, we'll just focus on Black Cat. Once these characters get some more stat increases from the higher difficulties, that's where I suspect it's going to be more difficult. But it's just hard to beat the synergy of X-TREME X-Men. And when we do have a hard enough raid that actually is difficult to combat X-TREME X-Men, that's going to be where it gets real interesting, right? You know, obviously with this being the new raid, it'll be some time, but I think after both Mystic and Tech sections do come into play here with their new respective Night Stalkers team and obviously the Orchis Tech team, Mutants are the next team to go. So that's going to be the one we want to be focusing in on. But I think it's also going to be very timely because we obviously know with Xavier, Age of X profile and what's happening with all the yearly festivities, it would be an opportune time. I think when Xavier rolls around, that's probably when we'll likely see the next raid for featuring here respectively the X-TREME X-Men and going against them, right? But in the meantime, they're still the GOAT team. It's also interesting because I think you can possibly, just seeing the difficulty right now, maybe Death Seed might even be an option if you guys have Death Seed built up. But again, if you don't, start with Extreme because you just get all the value here with these debuffs that you start off here. We're going to start things off with Nightcrawler's Ultimate. That's how we do things in the Incursion 2.3 as well. But yeah, this is interesting. It definitely, difficulty 0 definitely feels a lot easier than the Incursion rates. So it's going to be interesting to see how once the difficulty ramps up, we can actually compare apples to apples. But first impression so far, this is an absolute joke right now. These gear tier 18 X-TREME X-Men characters are walking it over. I would say probably gear tier 16 would be a good place to start off on difficulty 0 if you guys' alliance is just trying to get participating in them and obviously getting the rewards here for Incursion 2.3. So there you guys have it, short and sweet video here. I want to separate it by section, guys. So this is just gonna be the Mutant video. I'll make another one for Mystic as we can get started here. I also got to build up my energy once again, but I think this is where it's gonna get harder. Following that, there's gonna be the skill nodes, and then that's gonna be Tech, which is arguably the hardest section in the game, and then wrap things up here with bio. Okay, hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully you guys are able to start. Let me know how your guys' alliance is doing. But again, this is how they're going to be rolling out these new raids and giving us more opportunities here again for the Crimson gear in preparation for obviously Mephisto and Dark Dimension 7. So hopefully this is helpful. Good luck in your guys' raids. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.